Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our channel. Today, I thought that I would do something a little different besides a tarot pull or a discussion roundtable. Just because for the last few days, I've been feeling a lot of this energy coming in. It's really great energy. It is very intense. It's a lot of the fire energy, a lot of the Aries and the Mars coming in. We've discussed it in a previous video. So ever since then, ever since the full moon in Aries and the 3i Atlas going past Mars, I haven't really been sleeping. It's been 3 days, and last night I got my first night of really great sleep. So it was because Salish was doing some energy work on me while I was sleeping. Salish, Salish, she's part of the collective here on YouTube. But I wanted to talk about and try to share how I like to ground myself. So we are outside right now. One really good way is to get on the earth, to stay outside, to breathe in the air. A lot of us tend to hold our breath for whatever reason. Maybe it's just habit, maybe it's just a way of just being, but just focus on the breath. So when you breathe in, focus on the in-breath. You're breathing in life force energy, source energy, prana, and then you could hold it for a few seconds. And then as you breathe out, you just picture it as gray smoke leaving your body. So you breathe in, hold, 1, 2, 3, breathe out. And just doing that outside would be really good. That brings me to the next thought, is that some of us live in a really, really cold area, so going outside is not really feasible, especially if you're like me who doesn't like being cold. You can connect with Mother Earth anywhere you are. We are one with Mother Earth, so it doesn't matter if you're in an apartment building or if you're inside. All you have to do is picture in your root chakra, which is located at the base of your spine at the coccyx, just in that general area. You picture roots growing out of your spine, or you could picture roots growing out of your feet that are planted firmly on the ground. And you're going to picture the roots going down into the earth. And then you're going to picture it going down past the roots, past the stones, and into the core crystalline center of Mother Earth. Now I want you to practice feeling that connection. It feels like a magnetic connection. You just have to be really aware of your energy body. There it is. And it's a connection, it's a body hit, it's just a feeling. It's a subtle feeling, it's very subtle. It's not going to be super duper loud. You want to be aware of your subtle feelings. Some people feel it like, for me, it's like a magnetic connection. Some people feel it as a tingling, the goosebumps. Some people feel it like heat, coolness. It could be anything. We're all different. So just really practice feeling your subtle body. The only way to feel your subtle body is when we're still, very still and silent with a blank mind. The more you practice it, the easier it's going to get to your center. When I first started, I had such a racing mind. I couldn't stop my mind from racing. I was constantly thinking. And throughout meditation was really, really hard for me because I was so programmed to do instead of be. Everything was doing. We had to do. Get up, go to school, do your homework, do. But the magic happens when you're just being in stillness in your center. That's when you hear the messages. And as you practice being in your center, It gets easier to get there. And then you can hear the messages all the time, even if you're not in your center. So how do we do this? Because I know a lot of people struggle with meditation because the racing thoughts, the can't stop your thoughts. So I picked up a couple things along my path that really helps. And this is a mudra. So your fingers are connected to elements. So your thumb is the earth, your index finger is water, your middle finger is fire, your ring finger is air, and your pinky finger is spirit. So water is connected to our emotions. So if you want to balance and decrease the energy that is coming in around your emotions, you want to put the tip of your index finger to the base of your thumb. If you want to intensify your emotions, say you're just really, I don't know, I'm really emotional, so I never want to intensify my emotions, but if you're feeling like you're feeling dead inside and you want to intensify your emotions, you put the tip of your thumb to the base of your index finger. And the same with energy, which is fire. If you have a lot of energy, you put, and you want to just balance it out, like this is really good for me right now. This is what I've been using, is my emotions and the energy, because a lot of energy is coming in. I'll put these two first fingers down to the base of my thumb. That is one of my favorite mudras. And you can even just feel just the balancing, just the grounding. Mother Earth does this to you too, if you connect with her. And the more you connect with her, the more she's just with you constantly, staying with you, grounding you. So this one is air. Air is thoughts, air is communication. If you're having a hard, this I could use. If you're having a hard time communicating and you want to intensify your communication, or you're feeling shy, you want to put, to intensify, you put the tip of your thumb to the base of your ring finger. To decrease the communication, maybe maybe you want to decrease it, the thinking, maybe you're overthinking. Maybe you're having the racing thoughts. Maybe you're talking too much. You want to put the tip of your index finger to the base of your thumb. And this is a really good one to use when you're in meditation. Sometimes it's hard to do because like your fingers don't balance right. But I often sit like this. I don't know if you can see that in meditation, because I want to intensify the connection to spirit. So your pinky is spirit. Another thing with the mudras is you see a lot of people going like this. The tips of all fingers touching together will balance all the elements. So this is a really good one to sit with in meditation. But again, if you're having racing thoughts and you can't stop your mind, you want to do the ring finger to the base of your thumb. You could also put the middle finger as well, because that's the fire, right? So it'll decrease the amount of thoughts in meditation. Hang tight. Another thing that will stop your thoughts from remunerating is if you open your mouth slightly and relax your tongue. Now, I want everyone to try it. Bring up a situation in your recent past, maybe in the last week, that you can't stop thinking about, that doesn't sit with you correctly, that is still kind of pissing you off. Bring it up into your awareness. Now open your mouth slightly and relax your tongue. You will feel your tongue snake back into the back of your mouth, and you hold. Now see what happened to that thought or that situation in your mind. This is another really good way of stopping the mind. Another one that I don't usually use is putting the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. So that works too. So those are some things that'll help you get into the practice of meditation. Just it, you know what? Like the way I did it was I found a place in my day to day. I'm very busy. I'm a mom. There's not a lot of silence around me, so I would try to meditate while waiting for my children in the car while they were in a lesson, or after I put them to bed. And before I went to bed, I would do my inner work, my spiritual work, and I still do. So find a really good, feasible way, sustainable way that you can just bring these practices into your daily life. Because I feel that when I was like, okay, I'm going to get up half an hour early and I'm going to meditate for half an hour, it just never worked. You gotta, in my opinion, just kind of put it into your day to day. Now, what do we do with all these energies coming in and blasting us and raining us with all this passion and all this fire and all this drive, which feels amazing, but it is really intense. So, in the past few days, I've been feeling a lot of this, and yes, I've been using it to create and to think, and the downloads are coming in. You're not going to get that download if you're all like fiery and twisted up inside. So, how do we just balance it out a little bit? And there is a pranayama breath called Rachaka. And what Rachaka does is they do this in like the medical system too. They don't call it Rachaka, but what it does is it prolongs your out breath, your exhale. You're only breathing through your nose, prolonging your exhale. It puts pressure onto your dorsal vagal nerve, which is located just right behind in between your heart and your spine. So when that nerve is activated, it will get you back into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is where you want to be. Because the sympathetic nervous system is where we're in fight or flight. The majority of us are in fight or flight. It's that doing, it's that needing to go. I need to be here, I need to be there. But that is really, if you're in the sympathetic nervous system, it's going to cause so much cortisol to be produced in your body, which in turn we all know is going to make your body sick. So it's really important to be in the parasympathetic nervous system. And how do we do that? We breathe only through our nose. We sit very still. And you just make your out breath through your nose only, with no gaps in between the inhale and the exhale. You make your exhale double. And if you can't do double, do 2 seconds more. If you don't feel like counting, just do it for longer. You pretty much know when you're breathing out longer than you're breathing in. So breathe out longer than you're breathing in. So it looks like this. Remember, no gaps, sit very still. That will get you into the parasympathetic nervous system. So the next question is, how do you know it's actually working and you're not just doing this for shits and giggles? So one thing is that you will feel your hands go hot and heavy. It's because of the blood running into your hands. They go into your hands and they feel hot and heavy. That's another one. Some people feel coolness. Some people feel pressure. When I know, you just have to search your body because everyone is different, right? I have my Kundalini awakened. So my Kundalini responds when I'm in my center. I also get a tingling in my mouth when I'm in my center, when I'm connected to the divine. I sometimes get goosebumps. I sometimes have hot and heavy hands. I sometimes feel heat, or you could feel coolness. Your saliva glands will produce more saliva, and that's another sign. I can't think of any more at the top of my head. So if you're feeling like me and you're having a hard time sleeping and you're having a hard time navigating the energies that are flowing to Mother Earth at the moment, from our last full moon, put your feet on the grass, Go sit outside. Breathe in the prana. Really think that it's prana. Put the intention of breathing in prana, not just oxygen. And breathe out that black smoke. Connect to Mother Earth using the roots and just sit with her. Go into your center using the Rachaka breath, activating your parasympathetic nervous system. There's also another one that will balance your feminine and masculine side. It's called the Nadi Shodhana. So what you do is you make this mudra. You plug in this nose. You breathe in. Switch, plug, breathe out. Breathe in. Switch, breathe out. Breathe in. So to explain the benefits of this one, we have to talk a little bit about Kundalini science. So your body is made out of nadi channels. Those are the energetic channels within your body. We have 72,000. That's what carries the energy throughout the body. That's why the body gets sick, is when these channels are blocked and they're not working properly. We have the middle channel down your spine, which is the Sushumna. And then we have the Ida and the Pingala. I think, I haven't talked about this for so long, I think the Ida is, you know what? I'm going to talk to you guys about this. I have to look through my notes. The Ida and the Pingala. One of them, I'll just give you the rundown, but I'll confirm which one's the feminine and which one's the masculine. I think the Ida is the feminine and the Pingala is the masculine. So when those are not in balance, the Kundalini can't climb up your Sushumna. We all have Kundalini. It doesn't matter if it's awakened or not, it's always consistently moving. So we want to balance the Ida and the Pingala. And to do that, we do the Nadi Shodhana, which is, again, plug one side of your nose, breathe in. Switch, breathe out, breathe in, switch, breathe out, and breathe in. If you plug one side of your nose and you blow, one of the nostrils breathe out cool air. The other nostril breathes out warm air. The cool air is your feminine side. The warm air is your masculine side. Sometimes you can feel that one of the nostrils breathes out more, which is evidence that the channels are not aligned, are not in balance. So that's when you want to do the Nadi Shodhana. There's lots of YouTube videos on how to do the Nadi Shodhana. Also, another thing is the Padadharasana. So you just put your fingers like this, and you put them under your armpits. This is really nice to do when you're in meditation. And you just apply a little bit of pressure. You can also combine this with a Rachaka. And this will also balance your feminine and your masculine side, your Ida and your Pingala. What else can I say? Any other tips or tricks to talk about in the way of grounding all these energies coming in? Once you ground them a little bit so they're not as intense in your body, make sure you use them, because I feel and transform them. It's just like sexual energy, right? It's a very, very powerful energy. When we have these very powerful energies coming in our body, we can draw them up through our chakra system into our solar plexus. And that's where we learn to create and to to build, right? There's nothing wrong with doing. We are on earth, we have this body, we have these emotions. They're tools for us to use, right? So yes, there's a time for being and there's a time for doing. It's just that in this world, we have been doing so much that we have just forgotten to be. So take some time, Mother Earth will help you, and all these little tips and tricks are also there for you to use. If you like this video, before I go, I'm going to So the video cut out, and what I was trying to say was I was going to show you a Tai Chi move called Shao Gong, which is collecting the work. I will touch on that in another video. But what I did want to say was water. So water has been coming into my awareness a lot, be it the oceans and needing to help Mother Earth cleanse the oceans of radiation, which we've done in previous meditations. But there is definitely something about the water that wants to come through. According to what we're talking about in this video, though, you can use water to cleanse your energy body, to cleanse it of all the harder vibrations, the heavier vibrations. So you could go for a swim in the lake or in the ocean. And if you're like me in North America, where it's fall right now, I'm not really into going for a cold plunge, which is also really great to do. If you want to have a bath, even in the bath, it's still water. You can put some salt in it, have a salt bath, Himalayan salt. That is really, really cleansing of the emotional energetic body. Burning some sage is also a really good thing, but make sure you open your windows as you're doing that. I have a little kitten underneath me and a dog, so there might be a lot of noise. I think they're okay right now. Anyways, if you like this video and you want more of it, and you want to see some tarot pulls, and you want to listen to a, why do I have such a hard time with that? A round circle discussion. Please like and follow and share our videos. Click the bell button so you stay notified, and we will see you in our next video.